Can you tell us about a time when you had to address a safeguarding concern? How did you handle it? An interview question on safeguarding of vulnerable adults. So, can you tell us about a time when you had to address a safeguarding concern? How did you handle it? Two questions in one. Remember, this type of question, can you tell us? Tell them a story. Of course, that is the best way to answer this question. You have to tell them a story. In that story, you're telling them what's happened. In that story, you are telling them what you did, what happened, what took place, You're telling them everything, like so many things at the same time. So in this type of question, this is how to answer it. During my time working in my care home or in my previous place of work, I happened to notice that one of our residents became withdrawn, which is so unusual. It was not like that. I noticed that she hardly come out in the morning during breakfast, and when we try to encourage her to come out, she will say she wants to stay in her room. This is so unusual. So I had to start looking closer, watching her closer. One day I went to her, trying to chat up with her, get closer to her, and I was asking her why she became so withdrawn. I made her to confide in me. I asked her open-ended questions. You know what I mean by open-ended question? Open-ended questions are questions you ask someone without getting a response like yes or no. Just like this interview question, tell us when it is an open-ended question. The reason for using open-ended question is for you to gain more insight, for you to gain more information. Take for instance, somebody asks you, I know you like your place of work. Do you like your place of work? You say the answer is yes or no. But if someone asks you, can you tell me which aspect of your job you love most? You can now start by saying giving personal care. You can start by saying activity, So let's not divert from what I'm saying, but for you to understand what I mean by telling them you were asking her open-ended question, question that will enable her to say things the way it is or what is going on with her. So I ask her questions, open-ended questions, to enable me understand what is going on with her. I made her confide in me, and she opened up to say that the staff that helped to get her ready for the day rough handles her, that the way she treats her is not fine. Before that, I've noticed a kind of bruises on the body, which is also unusual, which is what actually made me to even go more closer to understand what is happening. So when she said that the staff rough handles her, that confirms my suspect, what I was suspecting, based on the injuries and bruises I saw on her arm, on her neck, on her leg. And after that, I reassured her that we're going to sort it out. We'll make sure that she's safe, that her safety is our priority. So after that, I communicated with my line manager following our company policy. I communicated with the line manager, and investigation was carried out. And during this process, I kept the resident informed to let her know that, see, I've told the manager what is going on. Investigation is ongoing. You don't have to worry about anything. We are here for your safety. I kept on reassuring her while investigation was going on, and appropriate measures was put in place for the resident's safety, to ensure the resident's safety. So from the story from what I said, I've told them, they said, tell us about a time you had to address a safeguarding concern. How did you do it? So from the story I told now, you've told them about a resident you used to support in your care home. After some time, she became withdrawn. She was going back. She no longer want to come out and associate with others, just like the way she used to. And you also noticed bruises on the body. You came close to her, try to reassure her. You can confide in me, you can tell me what the problem is. And after that, the resident was able to confide in you to let you know that the staff that help her get ready, that gives her personal care of, handles her and all that, which confirms the injury you saw on the body. After that, you reassured her and you communicated, you reported the concern to the line manager, following the company policy or procedures of reporting safeguarding issues. Investigation was carried out, and during this process, you also make sure you go back to reassure the woman or the resident that her safety is your priority, that everything is going on fine. You know, you've answered the question. So, do you know the reason why they ask you this question? I was able to, the interviewers may ask you this reason just to assess, to identify how you are able to respond to safeguarding issues, to identify if you are able to identify safeguarding issues and respond appropriately. Okay, they want to know if you understand your role in protecting this vulnerable adult. That is the reason. Remember, open-ended question. Tell us. They want to know. They want to know. So they want to see, they want to see that you can identify safeguarding issues. They want to know you are able to report this following the procedures and policies of your facility, of your company, and not maybe you noticed an abuse, you went and escalated it, you were telling everybody, no. Okay, as well, you might be asking, what are they trying to achieve with this question? They want to know, they want to evaluate your experience with safeguarding concerns. They want to know if you have experience on how to manage safeguarding concerns. Okay, yeah. So asking open-ended question is something you need to use in this case, and you also need to ensure that this person is being protected, and reassurance is very, very necessary. Also have to reassure them that they are safe. Okay, so the next question is, how do you ensure that the rights and dignity of the vulnerable adult are protected in your care? So let's go to the next video and we'll talk about that one.